Hey, what's going on? It's Busta Brown, and welcome to the Chronicle YouTube channel. I am here with the beautiful Aries Ford. She's a dietitian. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, you're looking great. I love the red.
Thank you.
You're rocking it. Got your hair did. You know, you fancy, huh? You don't know that song, do you?
I do know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because you look like I'm slave. So, you're a dietitian. I know you hear this all the time. My New Year's resolution is to lose weight, to eat healthier. And, you know, this is 2018 we're going into. And I want us to live. I'd like the viewers and the readers of the Chronicle to eat to live, drink to live, you know, work out to live. And I want to join them because I'm borderline type 2 diabetic. And I know I have to eat healthier to live for my kids. Do you hear this all the time? This is the year. I'm going to do better, my resolution. And you hear about people like myself that are borderline diabetic, and we still eat the wrong things. What's on your mind when you hear this stuff as a dietitian?
I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
People, they really have it in their heart and mind to be healthy.
Yeah.
Everybody just needs help. And that's one of the reasons why I became a dietitian, because I want to help everybody become healthy, to either prevent diseases or help manage diseases, because it's so important today.
Right. What is keeping people like myself that could die, you know, let's keep it real, and my children without I'm the coolest dad. What keeps us from not doing what we're supposed to do? What's in the food that's so addictive?
That's true. There's a lot of roadblocks, and you're right. There are additives in food.
Okay.
Where sometimes it's difficult to stop eating certain foods.
Right.
And not only that, even in our culture,
right.
You know, we socialize, we eat. And so that's another thing we need to think about. A lot of people do fast food. People don't cook at home like they should. So there's multiple reasons why we have such a hurdle to get over to be healthy.
What are these additives that's in the food that are somewhat addictive, that we cannot give this up, although it's life-threatening? What are some of these additives that we need to look for when we choose our foods?
Yeah, some of the additives are GMOs, so you might want to get non-GMOs if you can. Even MSG, it makes your food taste really, really good. So you want extra helpings even though you're not really hungry. So you just want to look out for those, but you can find most of those additives in fast food. So if you cook at home, that's the key. That will help you to remain healthy.
Got you. I gotta ask you this about juicing. That seems to be the new thing now. I'm juicing. I'm healthier. I'm losing the weight. Is that the way to go, Aries?
I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, it depends on how you juice and if you have any medical issues. Say, for instance, if you do have diabetes or if you're borderline, I would say if you're going to juice, just do vegetables. Okay, we don't really need to do a lot of the fruits when we juice. We want to get those nutrients.
Because of the sugar.
Because of the sugar. So you don't want to have a lot of sugar. So the best way to juice is to do a mixture of vegetables. You can add carrots in there to give it a sweeter taste. But that's the healthiest way to juice. And of course, before anybody juices, you want to talk to your doctor about it first.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because a lot of times juicing is word of mouth, and people just start juicing. I'm going to get me a bullet and just start jumping into it. I was going to be one of those people. Why should we go to our doctor first?
That's one of the things I would caution, because like I said, with different types of health issues, if say you have an issue where your doctor needs you to be on a fluid restriction because of your sodium levels, so you need to really consult with him or her before you not only juice, but do any type of diet or exercise program.
Gotcha.
And also a registered dietitian can help you out with that too. To do it the safe way.
Right.
Because if you want to do something, you want to do it the safe way, and you want to make sure that's the right route for you.
Absolutely. The next thing I want to talk about is vegans. That's the new thing now. I know Tom Brady, he's a football player, 40 years old, 5 Super Bowls, and he wants to play till he's 46. I think he can do it. He said, all because he's a vegan. My son's a vegan. He said he's never been healthier. He thinks clearer and his energy is ridiculous. What exactly is a vegan? And how is this the way to go?
Okay. Well, let's talk about the components of food
Okay,
first.
let's do that.
Everybody needs protein to repair the body. It's like the building blocks. So we think about protein, we think about our carbohydrates and our vegetables. You don't have to get your protein from meat. So you can buy, you can do beans, you can do tofu. There's so many other alternatives to replace the meat. So if you become vegan, it is healthier, especially if you have high cholesterol or if you have diabetes, if you have cardiovascular disease, because you're going to reduce the cholesterol that you're eating. Cholesterol comes from animal products, comes from meat products. So you can be very healthy. A lot of people feel like they have more energy, especially if you do it the right way. A lot of times when we eat meats, we eat fried meats and we don't eat the correct meats that we should anyways.
Yeah.
So if you become vegan and you automatically cut out the fried meats, you're going to feel so much better. It's almost like eating clean, a whole lot cleaner. So you do feel better. You're motivated to eat more vegetables too, which we all need. So a lot of meat eaters, we don't eat a lot of the healthy vegetables like we should. So becoming vegan, it kind of pushes you to eat more healthy all the way around.
Now, one of the things, let me ask you this about being a vegan or just a vegetarian. When you're eating healthier, the things that may trigger diabetes, acid reflux, those foods may not trigger those things if your system is clean. Do you understand the question?
Depends on which foods.
I have acid reflux, so I can't eat certain fruit, like strawberries and different things like that. It'll trigger my acid reflux, and my voice will get really hoarse. If my system was clean, would that be an issue? Would it still trigger the acid reflux?
If strawberries triggers it, then it may always trigger.
It may always trigger. Okay, because someone was like, "Well, if you're vegan, the things that trigger, certain things won't trigger because your body be so clean and cleansed." And I'm like, "Well, that may be the way to go." So that's not necessarily true.
Not necessarily true. Okay. I think that there's always going to be some foods that we know we need to omit from our diet.
Got you.
That just might be one of them.
Got you. Okay. So let's get into meat. I love burgers, steak, but I know eating too much of it is not healthy for me. So let's jump into the portions. What's a healthy portion that we should eat weekly or either daily?
Okay, so let's talk about the different meats.
Let's talk about the different meats.
First, let's talk about beef. Beef, you should only have one portion, which is 3 ounces, once a month.
And what is 3 ounces?
It's about the size of the palm of your hand.
Once a month with beef?
Once a month.
Wow.
And that's because of the cholesterol levels in beef.
Yeah.
So it would be healthier to have chicken, fish at least twice a week. Salmon, if you can, for the omega fatty acids, is really good for the body.
Okay, twice. Chicken, how often you say?
You can have chicken a couple of times if you want. It's preferred, of course, over red meat.
Okay. Is turkey healthier than chicken?
It's That's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same thing, because everyone seems to be into the turkey thing. And I like to ask questions because I want to know what's healthier. Fried should be a never. Is that what you would recommend as a dietitian?
Yes. Oh, especially if you have health issues
Right.
or you have a goal to lose
Right.
weight. I would try not to eat fried meats at all.
At all, period. Best way, boil or bake.
Or grilled.
Okay, or grill.
Right.
Yeah, and that's got to be a must, right? So what should my plate look like if I want to eat healthy? Not have the high cholesterol, high blood pressure, stay away from being a diabetic. And if I am a borderline to that, what is a healthy plate each day?
Okay, so if you look at a plate.
So let's start from breakfast.
You want to do breakfast to dinner.
Yes.
Okay, so breakfast, what you want to have is, you can have eggs, which is okay. It's a source of protein.
Okay.
You can have oatmeal, and you can have good fats like in nuts, if you want to add some nuts and some fruit. So that would be a healthy breakfast.
Okay.
Or you can.
So eggs are not high cholesterol?
They contain cholesterol.
Right.
But if the only time you need to be careful with eggs is if you have cardiovascular disease, and then that way you don't want to have more than 3 egg yolks a week. But the egg whites, you can eat as much as you want.
Okay, gotcha. So eggs, fruit,
A high fiber cereal,
like oatmeal for breakfast.
For breakfast.
Yeah. What about lunch?
Okay, so for lunch, what you want to have is, if you don't want to have protein, for people that like protein, if you're going to have protein, have it baked or grilled. You want to have some non-starchy vegetables. That would be something green and leafy or broccoli, something of that sort. And if you need to have a carbohydrate, I would say keep it to a minimum of 1 or 2 slices of bread or a half cup of a starch.
So let's get to dinner.
Okay. So dinner, you want dinner to look more like your lunch. So you can have a vegetarian dinner. You can have, a salad. You can have a mixture of protein in your salad, fish in your salad if you want, or chicken. Or you can just have an entire vegetarian meal for dinner.
Cool. And this is a daily basis, okay? So let's help out the people that are trying to lose weight. It's 2018. That's always a resolution, to lose weight. What's a healthy meal daily, and how often should we work out to lose that weight?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the people who have a weight loss goal,
Yeah.
you have to keep in mind that everything you put in your mouth, you have to burn off.
Okay.
Okay, so calories in, and then you burn
Gotta
calories
get out.
off.
And that's a must.
That's a
Right.
must. So not only do you have to eat less calories and eat healthier, you also have to exercise. And exercise is one of the things that people don't do enough. So
How often should we exercise?
5 to 7 times a
5
week.
to 7. Wow.
5 to 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 5 to 7. Wow, that's a lot. Hour, 30 minutes. What would
It's
you recommend?
recommended an hour. I would say start off at 30 minutes. Of course, you want to consult with your doctor first to make sure everything is okay to exercise, but start off at least 30 minutes a day.
Okay.
Work your way up. And it's better to start off with just walking.
So cardio is the most healthy and most important because you're dealing with.
You actually need a balance. So
Okay.
we need to do cardio. We also need to do weights.
Okay.
Or weight strengthening type exercises.
Okay. So let's get into hydration, because I don't think a lot of people stay hydrated the way they're supposed to. How important is that? And is water the only way we should stay hydrated?
Okay. So
is that it? You get my question?
I do.
Okay.
I do. So Most people don't drink enough water.
Okay.
And water is so vital to the body because it's like the catalyst to a lot of chemical reactions at the cellular level. So we need to drink at least 8 to 10 8-ounce glasses a day. Okay, just to be hydrated. Water is much better to have over any other beverage. Okay. I would say if you're going to choose soda, maybe choose carbonated water instead. Because the water is so pure and it helps to really cleanse your body. When you take in all those other beverages, it doesn't replace water at all. So you just want to be careful, especially with the sweetened beverages.
Gotcha. Soda should be a no-no. I mean, I know you don't want to give your personal opinion, but should we never drink soda?
If you have a goal to be healthy or to lose weight or just to be overall be healthy, if you want your skin to look good, I would.
Like yours?
I would omit. Thank you. I would omit soda.
Gotcha.
Totally.
Gotcha. Juice. There's sugars in juice, and if you're trying to lose weight or try to stay healthy, what would be the best types of juice for us?
Okay, if you're going to purchase juice, if you are going to purchase juice, it's recommended only 4 ounces. That is a serving. And actually, the only people that really need juice are 2-year-olds.
Oh, really? Isn't that something?
Yes, fruit juice, okay?
So we don't really need juice.
We don't, because guess what? We can get the same nutrients from eating that piece of fruit. It's much more healthier to eat an orange than to drink orange juice. Now, if we're talking about juicing, the way you should juice is juice vegetables. And juice a variety of vegetables because it's has less sugar and you still get a lot of the nutrients that the body needs.
Wow. This is the first I've ever heard we don't really need juice. That is going to be a lifesaver. If you listen, this can save your life because all of that sugar that's in these juices.
But not only the sugar, the calories. And especially if your blood sugars are fluctuating, it can actually send you to the hospital.
As we wrap up, let me ask you, should we set goals? Should we even bother with that?
Everybody should set goals, but they have to be realistic. They have to be attainable. And one of the things I recommend when you set goals is to keep a log. So if you're going to set a weight loss goal, keep a log of what you eat. If you're going to set an exercise goal, keep a log of how many times a week you exercise. And I also think that it's good to have somebody help you to be accountable, like a friend or a family member.
Have an accountability partner.
Exactly, because a lot of times people hit plateaus and they can kind of help push you through those plateaus.
I mean, this is a crazy question, but I'm going to ask, should couples do this together?
I think
Wouldn't that be
a great idea because you have somebody to encourage you. A lot of times, even personal trainers will say, okay, what's one of the roadblocks of why you're not working out? Is it because you don't have anybody to train with? And 9 times out of 10, that's why people don't get out and
do what they need to do. For as far as our children, should we start our children on these goals early in life, like with the beef, never or once a month with, let's say, 5 to 12-year-olds?
Yes. I would recommend the same guidelines as long as the children get enough protein in their diet. I recommend the same guidelines because we have so many children that are obese now and even have the same adult diseases that we have now. And it's really, the numbers are growing. So I would instill and ground those same health attitudes with children as young as you can.
The best bread. What's the healthiest bread? Is it wheat? Is it oat? Is it We got the wheat, the oat, and then the oat, wheat. I guess that's pretty much.
Yeah, whole grain.
Whole grains. That's what I'm there.
You
So you got the whole grain, pumpernickel. You got all this stuff that they're saying. This is the stuff that'll save you. Does any of it matter? Is bread just bad for you? Period.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, it's, you know, as a dietitian, I deal with a lot of people that have different health issues.
Right.
So that's how I address it.
Okay.
And so I actually add some flexibility. You know, a lot of people say, I don't like whole grain, I don't like wheat bread.
Right.
So I say, well, I mean, if you don't need the fiber, don't eat it. You know, and then I have some people who want a low glycemic bread, then I say go for the wheat because, you know, you have less carbs. So it's really up to the individual, but the bottom line is you want to eat less starches overall.
Period.
Right. We don't need large portions of starch. And when people eat bread, they tend to overeat.
Gotcha.
So if you're going to have bread at a meal, you don't need any other starch. You don't need pasta. You don't need rice. You don't need potatoes.
Gotcha.
If
you're going to do bread.
If you're going to do bread.
Wow.
So you need to cut out all the other carbs.
Wow. That's pretty heavy. Let's deal with, I would have never known that. Let's deal with rice. Does it matter, brown or white rice?
It's the same as the wheat bread. You know, if you like brown, I would never force that on anybody, but, you know, so it really depends on what's palatable for
We're
you.
dealing with the starches.
Right. It's still a starch. So let's look at the plate. This is what's important. If you have a plate at home, half of your plate should be vegetables, non-starchy, like salads or broccoli, carrots, green beans, kale.
Right.
That should be half of your plate. So the other half, which would be a fourth, that's where your starch is going to go.
Gotcha.
So if you stick to a half cup of starch or one slice of bread, you'll do okay.
Really? Just one slice?
One slice.
Wow. That's heavy. Let's get into fruit. How much fruit should we eat daily? Because it has sugar.
Fruit has sugar. There are some fruits that have a lot of sugar and some fruits that don't have as much.
Right.
So you can have, the goal is between vegetables and fruits, 3 to 5 servings a day.
Okay.
But the fruits you have to be careful of are bananas, because they have a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of sugar. The serving size is actually a half a banana, and most people eat the whole thing. And then apples, if they are bigger than a normal size apple, that's a lot of carbohydrates as well.
So slice that thing.
Slice that. If you do grapes, you have to stop at 17.
So
it's really the serving size and what your goals are.
Right. Research, right? That's what we should just research. And again, let's get back to what we talked about at the beginning. Before you get into that juicing, consult with a doctor.
Exactly.
Before you go into vegetarian or even a vegan, consult with your doctor is what you would say.
Yes.
Okay.
Consult with your doctor for any exercise plan, any diet plan,
right,
or with a dietitian. But and also, what's so important to know going into 2018, you need to plan ahead. So what I mean by that is you want to make sure you schedule all your medical appointments for the year, because the doctors can kind of help you prevent some illnesses. And then it's also important to know what your numbers are supposed to be. I mean, like your cholesterol level, blood pressure.
Get all that out the way now.
Get it all out the way. Know the numbers, understand them. And then that way you can set your goals for your eating
and you can
plan.
start out healthy.
You can start out healthy.
Start off healthy. That's real good. So I know you're a dietitian and you're not a doctor, but would you say, and as we end this, that vegetarians or vegan is the best way, or it depends on how you decide to eat, and you can still be okay? Last thing, can what you eat and working out truly heal diabetes? Because from what my doctor said, it's not something that can be healed, cured. I'm sorry. Is that not true? As a dietitian, can you eat, work out, and do all the right things and cure that diabetes?
There's two perspectives.
Okay.
And even as a dietitian, there's a scientific side, and then there's another side.
Okay.
There's people that I know that have gotten their blood sugars under control to normal levels. So really, they wouldn't be called, diabetic anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors believe, and scientifically researchers believe, that you could never be cured. However, if you can get to the point where your blood sugar levels are normal, to me that would be cured.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's as simple as losing 10 pounds. Because I've had patients get off of their medications by just losing 10 pounds.
Right.
Blood pressure medications, diabetic medications.
Just by losing the weight. Because that weight is, you're getting it's storing a lot of bad things in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, some people like my size, I'm borderline diabetic, and it was a misconception that only big people can be diabetics. You can become a diabetic. How?
Yes. Sometimes it can be genetic, or it can be what you eat.
What you eat, that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it can be what you eat.
Sugars, fats, things like that.
Yeah, eating unhealthy.
Okay.
A lot of high fat foods, a lot of high sugar drinks.
Right.
Because, if you look at what happens at the cellular level, or even sometimes if you have extra body fat on.
Right.
It's just the fact that sugar can't get into the cells where it's supposed to be.
Gotcha.
So then they diagnose you with diabetes.
Right. Okay. Good stuff. Appreciate you, Aries. Do you do personal consulting?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And if someone wanted to reach you to do a consultation, how would they do that? They
would reach me at ariesford.org and also 716-512-5548. I also do workshops and seminars and consultations.
Got you. What got you into becoming a dietitian? Why did you choose this?
I really just enjoy helping people. Okay. I enjoy, and it's rewarding to see people become healed.
Right.
There's so many people that don't know about health. There's so many misconceptions.
Right.
And people always say, nobody really explained it like this to me.
Okay.
So I just want people to have a better quality of life, prevent diseases, live longer, and because everybody has a purpose in life. So I feel like I want to help you get to your purpose by making sure you are healthy and strong to get to whatever that purpose is.
Absolutely. And we're going into 2018, and we want you to stay healthy and enjoy this new year. Thank you so much for being with me.
Oh,
appreciate
you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You got it.